For years, Claire Dawson thought she knew her husband. Ethan was quiet, protective, and yes, sometimes a little too controlling. But she always saw it as worry, not obsession. She never imagined how deep his jealousy ran, or how far it would push him. It all started to unravel when Claire got a new job at a local design firm. For the first time in a long time, she felt a sense of purpose and confidence. She was surrounded by co-workers who saw her talent and appreciated her. But Ethan didn't see it that way. He saw threats. Every late meeting, every text message notification, every smile she shared with someone else, it all fueled his growing suspicion. He never confronted her, not directly. Instead, he started to watch. It began with small intrusions. He'd check her phone while she was in the shower, or scroll through her social media feeds after she fell asleep. But this quiet surveillance quickly escalated. He started following her car from a distance, parking near her office during her lunch breaks. He learned her routine with chilling precision, the exact minute she left for work, when she returned home, who she spoke to, and even when she laughed. Claire could feel something was wrong. A creeping sensation of being watched followed her through parking lots. She'd hear faint footsteps behind her on quiet streets. Home, she'd notice things slightly out of place, a book moved, a drawer not quite closed. But she couldn't prove anything. Ethan was always so normal, so calm and loving, that she started to doubt her own instincts, telling herself she was just being paranoid. Then came the night it all ended. After working late to finish a project, Claire walked out of her office and onto the dimly lit street. The building's security cameras captured her walking toward her car. She turned her head suddenly, as if she heard something just out of frame. Her keys slipped from her hand, clattering on the pavement. And then, in the blink of an eye, she was gone. She just disappeared from the camera's view. The next morning, when Claire didn't show up for work, her co-workers grew worried and reported her missing. The police arrived at the Dawson home before noon. Ethan played the part of the devastated husband flawlessly. His hands shook, his voice trembled, and tears welled up at all the right moments. He'd told the detectives that Claire had been stressed lately, that maybe she just needed some space. He insisted he had no idea where she could have gone. But the detectives started to notice cracks in his story. Ethan's alibi for the previous night was frustratingly vague. And then there was the security footage from the street near Claire's office, too. It showed a familiar car driving past several times just before she disappeared. It was the same model as Ethan's car, the same color, and it even had the same broken taillight he'd been meaning to fix. The investigation deepened. When forensic experts examined Ethan's phone, they found deleted location data. More damning, they discovered traces of tracking software that had been secretly installed on Claire's device. The more the detectives looked, the more a disturbing truth unraveled. Ethan had spent months surveilling his wife like a complete stranger. He had been following her, recording her routines, and documenting every single step she took outside their home. His jealousy had morphed into something cold, calculated, and terrifying. The evidence was piling up, suggesting Claire's disappearance wasn't a random act of violence. It was planned. Days turned into a week with no sign of Claire. The public was on edge, with missing person flyers plastered all over town. Then, a breakthrough. A hiker found a piece of jewelry near an abandoned riverside trail, Claire's necklace, the one Ethan had given her for their anniversary. The location was remote, not a place someone would just stumble upon. When investigators checked Ethan's search history, they found he'd been looking up that exact trail late at night, just days before Claire vanished. Spaced with this mounting proof, Ethan's calm and collected exterior finally shattered. During the next round of questioning, he broke it. Wasn't a full confession, but it was just as damning. He made a slip. While trying to deflect suspicion, he mentioned the specific trail where the necklace was found, a detail the detectives had deliberately kept from the public. That was all they needed. He was immediately taken into custody, and massive search teams were dispatched deeper into the woods surrounding the trail. Hours later, they found what they were looking for. Clear signs of a struggle and scraps of clothing later identified as Claire S., while the full investigation was still ongoing. The conclusion was tragically clear. Siphons. Jealousy hadn't just appeared overnight, it had consumed him long before Claire ever vanished. While the world was desperately searching for a missing woman, Ethan was already living his life as if she were gone forever. Because he was the only one who knew exactly what happened. In the end, the security cameras didn't just capture Claire's last steps, they captured the shadow that had been following her all along, the jealous husband, who had stopped seeing her as a partner and started seeing her as prey. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content.